Welcome back to Technical Difficulties. Let's re-record that.
Yep, we re-record it. So last time we went through this door and hit the exit button. We're not doing that this time because, well, I decided to play through on a higher difficulty because I found it a bit more fun and discovered the solution to that little puzzle we kind of glossed over last time. So that set all the platforms as such. Teleporter. I guess auto runs on.
Yay, auto run. Might as well keep it on.
Yeah, might as well keep it on. Helps with dodging. There's really no reason to have it off.
And this seems to take us to a very different exit point.
Yep, very different, and I believe this is one of the secret levels.
Yay!
Yeah.
73% of the items, 100% secrets.
Yeah.
Onwards
That's
to
a really...
Outpost Omega. The vast silence reminds you of the military morgue. You knew the installation had a classified level. The VAC had some good reason to hide this place. You wonder what it could be. UAC, not VAC.
Yeah, USA. But
to be fair, this is a difficult font to read, and the gradient doesn't help.
Yeah. Yeah, I do kind of like how the USA was in the old days, where they were just kind of unlucky.
Rather than actively malicious.
Yeah.
I will maintain, though, that before they see you, they look kind of like a dog hunched over. And that's just satisfying.
Yep. See, we didn't have lasers back then, we had shotguns.
We need a yellow key for this thing.
Yep. So... Wait. Okay.
Aha! You got chained up.
If I recall, unfortunately, this isn't the first time we're recording today, as...
Technical difficulties, please. Let's see if we can re-record that.
Yep.
That's alright, though.
No.
I'm assuming there's someone who doesn't like us around here somewhere.
Let's see, try to get this over with. Ow. Technical difficulties.
So you got that thing.
Yep. Maybe we'll unlock it later.
Yeah. Because as I recall, someone should be here trying to kill us.
Yep. As per usual in these games.
Generally, it's somebody who thinks you ought to be dead. Let's see, what's if there's something special about the door frame? That requires the yellow key.
It requires the yellow key.
Yellow key we find elsewhere because I just had the chain gun.
Oh, right.
There we are. Pick up the thing, now the room.
That's safe distance.
The corners and the cages in between you and me. Oh man, I have a weird nostalgia point for this kind of weird green images on your hands.
Yeah.
I would totally have standees made of them for Halloween. It would just be fun, you know?
Yeah. So I looked up some, information for this version of Doom, and some interesting fact. First, let's take care of this problem. Thank you. It was actually not the main developer behind this. They supervised Midway, who developed and published the game.
Midway is in the arcade games?
Yep.
Cool.
Same guys who have Gauntlet and a few others.
That looks like a blue key over there.
So I do know the puzzle behind this, but we'll
We'll go through the act of solving it anyway.
Yep.
So we've got shotgun shells.
That switch presumably did something. Oh.
I hear things going back up to where they were, so. Hey, shotgun. So Aid was more supervising while someone else managed the port?
Pretty much. Well, also it wasn't even a port. This was,
You're right, this is an entirely new...
Yeah, made exclusively for the N64.
I wonder if that explains the difference.
Well, like I said, the PS1 version of Doom, that kind of started the weird tone shift.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I sometimes argue that this is more sequel to PS1 Doom than
PC Doom.
Right. We'll go over that later. Oh, yeah, here we go. Good. Just for the sake of secret hunting. And that was pointless. So yeah. This is more a follow-up to PS1 Doom, with its limitations and its own brand of kind of horror.
And I was gonna say, I think we've got somewhere else to go. We want to do down here. If I recall from last time.
Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
It didn't unlock right away, so
Okay.
I think there's still
Stuff to do first.
Yeah. Actually, I should probably kill one first.
Yeah, if nothing else, let's go through things
Yeah,
out.
I'm going a couple steps ahead.
Trying to solve the puzzles before you've gotten rid of all the baddies can go wrong.
Yeah, we're not speedrunning this, so.
Yeah, now. Let's go first the fun way then.
I miss aiming. Alright.
Matter if I shoot the wall, something above the wall falls.
Yep. Well, this is before the series had manual aiming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the key we want.
That is the thing that we would like.
Okay, so this one over with. Aha.
You've got a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is secret.
Okay. Alright, so... Crap. Okay. Went the wrong way.
Back up we go.
Went the wrong way. Okay. We're gonna want this out.
And a quick save, because eventually...
Okay. I hate this gap, so I'm gonna quick save.
Yay, you got it.
Okay.
Let's quick save anyway, because I think you're supposed to go somewhere else.
Oh, come on. Stand by.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the old diagonal.
Let's see if it helps.
Okay.
This is an important gameplay footage. It pretty much tells you how these things work.
Yep. And how fun this must have been before
At the time.
Before quick saving.
Oh, cool. Wizards of the Coast just dropped a ton of free D&D stuff.
Nice.
Yay. Cool stuff.
Okay, so let's see. We figure out what that switch did.
Eventually it gets us back. Save.
Yep.
Otherwise, yeah, that's going to be unfortunate.
Ah.
Yay!
Yeah, there was a weird aspect of the N64 that, right, where basically, if you try strafing going forward, you will actually go diagonally at a much higher speed than usual. This was essential, especially in Perfect Dark, when you want to unlock things.
Oh, come on.
Oh, why did I focus?
Don't know, but...
Okay. Actually, I think there was another work.
Okay. So carefully.
Save.
So how did this play with the controller?
Badly. Well, okay, I didn't actually play the original N64 version, so you know, a lot of this is mostly fresh, but I do recall what it was like on the PS1, and it wasn't the best part. I'll give that away.
Because again, if I recall right, this was the era where you'd still be using arrow keys for your directional.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yay! Got the yellow key card.
Got the yellow key.
Some shotgun shells.
And then eventually we'll. Eventually we'll figure out that I have to turn around right there. But but basically we'll have to shoot a switch. In fact, maybe we can do that now. Save ourselves
the time.
The frustration. Okay. Work with me. Thank you.
Yep.
Ha.
Ah.
Ow. Okay, so that'll save us some frustration later. Alright.
I turn 180 degrees.
About face.
Get more shotgun stuff. You got a berserk, which means we've got more monsters.
Yeah, I'm kind of wasting those.
Yeah, I don't need to spend all the rockets on this for these guys. Oh, we got some more skulls for you too.
That just does a better job just keeping them
away.
Over there.
Go do the thing somewhere else.
Let's see, does that unlock it? No. Actually, we do flip a couple switches here that I'm never entirely sure how to deal with, so.
I'll flip some switches then. Find some demons.
What's red and red all over? Dead demons.
I still like the translucence effects.
Yeah. I guess it was a little easier to do with sprites at the time rather than polygons, because polygons turning invisible, you definitely the seams just kind of shoot out at you.
That's actually, I think, a really cool it amazes me sometimes just how artistic the actually My brain keeps telling me that you shouldn't be able to just shoot wildly down that corridor because it's at an angle.
Yeah.
Exit? We don't want that.
Nope. Nope. Let's see. We got both switches. I wonder what that did. Okay, so... I forget how we did this last time. Okay, so...
Was it something involving that one door frame?
Oh, ah! Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's how. Right. So we could have started this out with a little bit more time, but thankfully we know what to do, so we can just get it done.
Okay. So back to the strangely yellow room.
Yep. Which you don't need the yellow key to get into. Haha.
You have a feeling that wasn't meant to be touched.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't meant to be touched, therefore, because this is a video game, go and touch it. Now.
Yeah. The forbidden place of darkness and death. Well, I guess...
Well, I know where we're going.
Hard to argue with that.
Let's see, what was the thing you needed the yellow key for?
There. The switch.
Okay.
That opened the door, and so on and so forth.
Right.
Okay. So, actually, do we... Oh. Yeah.
Might as well.
Andrew Cell, that'll be useful later.
Take the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Do the thing. Save the game.
Well, after everything melts.
Has been really working for you. 100% of the kills, 100% of the items, 71% of the secrets.
Well, we found the secret that we need.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Onwards to the tech center. Well, something strange gory. He pulls him around.
Yep. So, last time we went through this was a little confusing, so let's,
Yeah. Let's try and remember which way we're going.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, we need a pull switch for that. Okay.
That was a noise.
Honestly, the mix of that shotgun blast followed by that sound effect, that was as a teenager, that was one of my favorites. So definitely worse when you're here. I can just but you really should use the chain gun to just keep them at bay. This room.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to spend time trying to get that one chainsaw again?
Yeah. It's about victory, not sense.
Almost victory, then.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Slightly less nonsensical than step on small box, make big box go down. But, it's still just like, why? Aha. I have completed my victory.
Huzzah.
Alright. So, that room. Was there even a key in there?
I don't believe so.
So, that was literally just a room of just random stuff.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, thanks.
Did that guy just shoot? Yeah, right, monster infighting, that's a thing. Right?
Yep. So we need to go back to that one later. Corridor. I'm always suspicious when there's no enemies.
No enemies and a flickering light. Yeah, you got handgun.
Ho ho ho. Let's see.
You know what I have stuck in my head now?
What?
The Chain Gang song from Heavy Metal.
I've been working on... what was it?
Working on the Chain Gang, going down, down. Funny thing is, we at one point just heard that one playing in a diner.
Yeah.
Not that version of it.
Yeah, for those unfamiliar, Heavy Metal is a, like, kind of like an animated movie. This is like a series of shorts based on comics from Bethesda magazine, which which produced more adult-oriented comic.
Yeah, it's a good time to say, yes, this was based on a comic book series,
Yeah.
and it is an animated movie. It is not for kids.
Yeah, it is not.
It is not for kids.
I mean, I imagine most of our audience are at least familiar with it, but to the uninitiated, the best sum it up. Ooh, beat.
It is in large part the fun of rotoscoping and also not dropping a You'd think that when it's rotoscoped, you wouldn't have that issue.
It is cheese for adults, and I love it.
That being said, he actually introduced this to me when we were first dating, and I love it. It's hilarious. Yes. It's well worth a watch.
Yeah, but maybe not mixed company.
Yeah, it's one that, be fully aware, it's not one I'd have my parents see me watching.
Now, it has a pretty good soundtrack, though it's not, as a lot of it isn't, as the name implies, heavy metal. Like there's like one song from Dio, but that's kind of like the heaviest metal you're in. Let's see, The Mob Rules, I believe the song is called. But it's a pretty pleasant soundtrack. Sometimes I just love putting it on because again, it's just nice. And it is a fun soundtrack, and on one of them is the Chain Gang song it definitely has the sound and notes of like an older song, but also had like some synth in the background. And one time we were at a diner, and lo and behold, the old version was playing.
Yeah, we got the yellow key card. Don't do that thing. But yeah, honestly, I recommend you having that soundtrack even if you're not in the mood to sit down and watch an entire animated anthology.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, it is an anthology piece. You're not going to get a single cohesive plot.
Yeah, and
coherent and cohesive were the two words I was going for there.
Okay. That from last time. Okay.
But yeah, it's well worth the watch.
What did that do? Yeah, this is a very confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not spending nearly as much time as last time, I will say.
Yeah, true.
Oh, right. Cool. Oh, yeah, the crackers.
But yeah, honestly, for me, part of the fun of heavy metal is the insanity of the soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
Where you have people rambling about being the veterans of 1,000 Sites of Force.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that was Blue Oyster Cult, who actually wrote a whole, what he intended to be the whole soundtrack of the movie, but then they decided to do more of a mixed, license.
Which, honestly, I do feel works for the style, considering it is an anthology piece.
Yeah.
You end up with some very different styles in animation, in tone, in subjects. So I feel like it is appropriate to have an equal amount of variation in music.
Speaking of heavy metal, get ourselves back on topic. I did, over the past few weeks, after getting through Divinity Original Sin, I basically gave myself like a small trilogy of old school styled first person shooters that have come out in the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
The order was Ion Fury, Dust, and Divinity.
Now, of those three, Iron Fury was actually in the original build engine, right?
Yeah. I know. They did work on it a little bit because it is an old thing, but I think that's a testament to that 2.5D shooters can still work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You might be sick of the protagonist by the end, I will admit, but
that was kind of a thing with a lot of the 2.5D shooters, though.
Yeah.
I mean, Duke Nukem was also Not exactly a fun character to spend that much time with.
Yeah, I know a lot of people grew up with him, but you know, I went in there fresh, and I was just kind of like, I don't like this guy.
I was gonna say I had grown up on the Duke Nukem platformers, not on the Duke Nukem shooters.
Yeah.
Because again, cheap shareware disk.
Yep. And yeah, it's a good testament to the fact that, you know, because it is, despite it being 2.5D, it is just an art house of you know, art house of set pieces and environments, and you have the sprites and everything like that. Like, you don't think about limitations playing that. Thanks for saving me a few bullets.
I was gonna say, I don't think that happened last time.
Well, it's karma for how much of a pain this was last time. And it was the first 2.5D shooter I played where it just didn't feel like it was limited.
I think it's a combination of modern design sensibility with an older engine and style.
Yeah, they didn't have to do it that way. But they did anyway, and, you know, tarted it up, you know, beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it is... It's yeah, like I said, it shows, you know, how well, you know, that can be done. I think this is where I got really lost.
There's one to bed, so I guess I'm going to go there. I was going to say, I wonder how much that sort of plays into the same tendency we've had to see reboots of 1980 shows that are much better than the original, but capture the same spirit.
Yeah, I think to a point, but okay.
I think it's a matter of people recreating the game they remember rather than the game they actually played, or the TV show they remember rather than the TV show they actually watched.
Yeah, like you know, you have honestly a good testament of that is you know, Doom 2016. You know, that's the, you know, the fast running, you know, shooter everyone remembered, you know, through the comic and through Brutal Doom, rather than what it actually was. What it actually was, it's a pretty straightforward shooter that's very blunt about, you know what it's about. Like, it wasn't really stylized all that much. And in a way, Ion Fury it is also like that. Yeah, this kind of happened last time.
I was going to say, this is an amazing maze-like level, so... We're ultimately going to have to go that way, but...
Oh, right.
There's a red key card. Probably need that.
Yep, and we'll go through the red door, and I think it's pretty simple.
There's a baddie, so we know we're going the right way. Here we are.
Making the red room just slightly more red. Alright, this one.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. Got kind of surprised I got through that unscathed.
Yay!
Here's
some more baddies to reward you. How'd you know you did the right thing? Someone tried to kill you for it.
Yep.
Life skills to live by.
So yeah, I quite enjoyed Ion Fury. I mean, there are a couple criticisms I could have, but yeah, overall, yeah, put a smile on my face the whole way through. And yeah, I think, you know, that just shows, you know, style, you know, makes up for a lot. You know, you just have to, you know, make it look good.
That and the voice acting talents of John St. John do not hurt.
Yeah. Good old John St. John.
We've seen him at MagFest a few times. He's pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah.
Him and Wes Johnson.
Rockets.
Yay, Rocket Room.
This is my favorite room.
John St. John being the voice of Duke Nukem, and Wes Johnson being the voice of pretty much Half
of
a Cyrodiil.
He is the voice of Cyrodiil.
He is the voice of half a Cyrodiil, pretty much.
He is the voice of the Emperor.
Yes.
That's the skill.
Though in Oblivion, the actual Emperor was a young card, but... Dumb question, did Alan Rickman ever do any voice acting gigs for video games?
Not that I know of.
Shame, I think he would have been good for that.
What did I do? Oh, here.
I know it was a bit of a random actor to ask after that, but... Actually, here's a question for you. Are there any actors you would like to see do voice acting? That haven't, as far as you know.
As far as I know. To be honest, I just want more work for the dedicated voice actors.
Fair enough.
To be honest, I mean, there are some actors I definitely like better as a voice actor than in live action. Jack Black, I think I like Will Ferrell a lot more as a voice actor.
Fair enough. I liked him in Strangely Fiction.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about better than his typical movies.
Fair enough. Your standard Will Ferrell movie is a very specific type.
Yeah, a very specific type.
Ooh, 100% completion on that one.
Yay! It was very confusing.
Ow.
Well, good thing I have like 200 health. I guess he had like 1 hit point left.
Picked up stuff.
So brought fireballs to a bullet match. I kill you. But yeah, I think they're beautiful. Okay.
I was actually really thrilled when Soul Calibur introduced Geralt of Rivia as one of the guest fighters.
Yeah.
Mostly just because I really like his voice actor.
I feel like he's the Solid Snake of this particular age in gaming.
It does feel like it. But yeah, I will say, not that the voice acting is bad in Soul Calibur, but you could definitely tell that Geralt's voice actor was from a much more voice acting heavy game. Again, not that the others are bad; the lines are perfectly serviceable.
Well, it's always been a mixed bag with Soul Calibur, even nowadays. Like, Crispin Freeman is my favorite Siegfried.
Okay.
By far. And, I do like the ones that they have for 6. But while 6 definitely stepped up the voice acting, it's still a little mixed here. Like, Cassandra's voice actress, I do not like her.
I was gonna say, they did some weird things with her characterization.
Yeah, and I think, honestly, it has more to do with the writing.
Yeah, sometimes it's a matter of, okay, voice actors, try to act these lines.
Yeah. She just really came across as though I will say, the voice of Zosselmel, same guy as Soul Calibur 3, and he has very much improved over the years, and for some reason I'm very, very tickled with the Zosselmel was always one of the more interesting characters.
You gotta keep her so what's killing for him, I'm sure. I like the light fixtures in this game.
Yeah, so much praise to Zosselmel's voice actor on that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I will give Siegfried's voice actor credit, where he actually also does the voice of Nightdive, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, considering the character.
At least shows his range.
I still found it funny that when you're showing me Soul Calibur 3, I did not grow up with consoles, so a lot of these games were pretty new to me. And every time we did that, when you get to the title screen, one of the characters was a new title.
Yeah.
And for some reason, every time we loaded it up, we got the pirate I'd be sad, right?
Yeah, Cervantes.
That strikes me as very amusing considering
Soul Calibur 3.
every time we got the pirate guy.
Yeah.
Also, amusingly, the Regent hairstyle.
Oh yeah, okay. But anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, inside jokes aside.
Yeah. So.
Friend.
Yeah.
You're going the right way.
I guess so. Okay. Zoom out.
I don't know why I like zooming in that far.
Yeah, it's. Congratulations, it's the outline of the room that you probably already know.
See, there's a ton of rockets in there. Hey, buddy. How you doing? You like rockets? We like rockets.
Are those rockets? Hey! Jerk. There are a lot of bodies.
Yes, sir.
See, I guess it wasn't able to produce that many enemies at once on the N64, but it definitely makes up for it by having just really crowded areas.
Yeah.
Is there anything else here? Rockets.
Yep. Now that you've got them, anyone want to kill you for it? There's an orb.
Guess not. I'm not sure what that orb is.
I'd guess something relating to armor.
Well, yeah, that might be invincibility.
Okay.
That would have been nice.
Okay, when we get a house, I'm putting some of these light fixtures in it. They're cool.
Yeah.
There's got to be a way to get that to go down, right?
So yeah. So going through that trilogy, it kind of felt like a heavy metal-esque just series of like different styles of like older, disciplines.
Because Bombshell is very much the gritty city type.
Yeah. Well, Iron Fury.
Iron Fury, yeah. Sorry.
Bombshell, same series, much worse game.
Same character.
Yeah.
Though honestly, I'd almost recommend watching the trailer just to be baffled.
Yeah, it was a pretty bad trailer, but well.
But yeah, Iron Fury is a gritty city 1980s.
Yeah, that definitely, the futuristic, view of New York from the mindset of the 80s, which was not optimistic.
No, it was not.
The days of Birdie Gets and just how and then you have the more horror themed. Right, I think there's a switch.
Was there one that you needed to shoot?
Yes. Oh wait, no, right here.
Okay. Switch number 1. Let's go up.
So Dusk was almost like the
Appalachian horror, almost.
Yeah. Well, it takes place, I think, in Pennsylvania, actually.
I was going to say, a lot of that I think has a lot of the same elements, though, or a rural farm community where something has gone terribly wrong.
Yeah. And so you have, kind of like the, the sarcastic Ion Fury, which was almost like the Eric of the three. And then you have the more horror, of Dusk. And then you have a Medieval, which is more just unironically heroic.
I was going to say, that one almost feels like just plain high fantasy.
Yeah, I've heard described as dark fantasy. I don't buy that.
A lot of things get described as dark fantasy that I don't think it's applicable for. See Dragon Age.
Yeah. That was more like, kind of in the middle, where you have like magic stuff, and you have it was more of a mix.
Yeah, I was going to say fantasy has always had dark elements.
Yeah.
I guess, where would you say the difference lies in between fantasy and actual text? Or fantasy and folklore?
Fantasy.
Because I'd say that there's a matter of a novel written about King Arthur would fall into the category of fantasy, but the original Arthurian myths are part of the folklore element.
I mean, I guess intent. Up here. Cool.
There we go. I guess, and that doesn't even take into account things like urban fantasy and stuff like that, but can something like an original, say the original Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, or even Tolkien's translation of it, would that fall into the category of fantasy or folklore?
Maybe epic poetry.
Yeah.
Like I said, Lord of the Rings, definitely reads less like a novel and more like more like an epic poem.
And early on, things like Hobbit are more children's stories and fairy tales.
Yeah.
And Tolkien himself thought of himself as bringing the fairy tale into the modern.
Yeah.
I also feel like Tolkien had a better grasp on what kind of stories children like than C.S. Lewis did.
Yeah. But I guess, one key difference. Well, again, tone has a lot to do with it. Like I just said, and you have like a lot of more character-based novels. See, one key difference I think early imitators of Tolkien could have learned, because I'm under the impression that a lot of it was kind of like fan fiction for the most part. Until see, Tolkien took the fairy tale seriously, but I think it was a while before anyone really made it into like more modern novel.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think what kind of Tolkien.
Now, I wonder if it's more different between like anime and comic books. A kind of like medium and genre kind of like mishmash into like different definitions.
Well, I do feel like honestly, 1970s and 80s sci-fi fantasy ended up taking a lot more from Tolkien than they did from Tolkien.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they would borrow Tolkien's world building to some degree, but it was more, well, that's the sort of things you'd read on the beach. Or in my case, in train stations. Extensively in train stations. You have the same one-room store at the Philadelphia station, and then you sit there and read and hope that no one else is going to try and talk to you. I speak from experience.
Well, actually, probably be a lot less interesting. Went over here.
Those dogs, you might serve you better.
Okay.
Hi.
Oh, I'm alive. Okay.
I'm a bit surprised by this. I thought that was going to be level 6. You're alive and cannot see shit.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that wasn't.
Yeah, I am too. Actually, kind of a feeling about fighting shadows in darkness.
With a chainsaw.
Yep. Chainsaw that you cannot see.
Yeah, you didn't really see stuff like this. That was intense. Okay. Oh, is this puzzle again? Okay, in the original Dooms, you had like a way of hugging the wall, and there's this very thin staircase.
Oh, and you can barely see anything anyway.
Yeah. Ammo. Chainsaws. Come on, boys, I got something to say. Meat. The worst kind of meat you can't see. Really, it's an invisible burger.
See the shadows. This feels like this could be a really style animated.
Yeah. Well, it does kind of feel like, you know, those silhouetted battles.
Yeah.
Discretion shot. In a series that definitely is not about discretion shots.
Yeah.
Okay. Get back up to whatever we were doing. Oh, I see. Yeah, you can see it a bit more clearly.
Yeah.
Here.
Someone will see you.
Oop, armor. I don't have armor. That sucks.
You'll want that. There you do. More on that side.
I don't trust it.
You don't.
No.
His bones.
Okay, let's see what's. Nothing. Okay. Let's see which side. Okay, so I'm back on this side.
Okay, and there's some shadows over there.
Yep. Okay, I'm just waiting to use my chainsaw to toss it. When there really isn't platforming, you got that.
Yep.
That's one. Okay.
Huh.
Oh, I know what to do. What? Oh no. Well,
Shotgun shells.
at least those won't kill me.
Yeah. No, you know it's not an instant death pit.
Yeah, I really thought I was toast there. Okay. That's. Come on, just jump. Okay, so yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
We have nothing. I hope this.
I was gonna say, does it matter whether it's slightly raised or not?
Actually, it might be easier if it's not raised. Ah, beautiful.
There we go. Set you down to the bottom.
Okay.
Let's try
Alright. So let's paint that. Okay. Alright.
I'll stop.
Alright. Ah,
Yes.
okay. Save.
Yes.
Oh, that's where I have to go. Okay. Flip the switch first. There. Okay. Okay.
Come on. Yes! Made it. Chainsaw sometimes.
Meat. Not sure. Oh, vague. I should make it just jump.
Yep.
Yay!
Yay! Yeah, you got the blue key card. And mega armor, you needed that. Box of rockets, nice.
Oh. I think that's switched to flip. Not sure what that did. Okay.
Now that we've got that bit done.
Oh, okay. I haven't gotten there yet.
Yep. Key cards up.
Okay.
Nice.
So I guess the lesson to be learned, from the old school style games is that graphical fidelity or not, you need a good style. Because when you look at games like what is here? Games like Quake 2. It was apparently a technological marvel at the time, but to be honest, it's one of the most boring things to look at.
Well, this is very visually distinctive, even if...
Yeah. Like, whatever, we want to say about, how quote-unquote good the graphics are. Stuff like Ion Fury is just a lot more interesting to look at in literally every way, shape, and form. Like, I read a review of, like, Turok 2 Remasters. It's like, graphics, well, it's not quite Quake 2. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It's far more interesting to look at. Far more colors, more...
Let's do Turok. We've actually been playing for a while.
Right, well, let's do one more level.
Yeah, let's finish up this level, I think. These can go by pretty quick.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work that way.
Nice.
That's what we're doing. Okay. This one.
There's gotta be a way to open this up.
Why are you opening without my permission?
Maybe one of them opened it.
I feel like that was possible for some of the enemies in the original Doom. My mistake.
Opening doors.
Yeah, that's kind of the way they kind of balance hit scan. You just have to be quick on the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
From what I understand, Blood was especially bad with that. Like, they will shoot basically the instant you're on site.
Wasn't Blood the one with that amazing opening cutscene?
Oh yeah. I mean, no one was exactly stellar at the time, but that one was especially bad.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, everyone was still figuring out how to do the thing.
And you know, and Iguana was one of them. You know, with Turok, and you know, again, it was a brand new thing, but Turok to me, just you know, from the enemy animations. Oh yeah, this word tries to be Duke Nukem.
What?
With this is apparently a security camera.
Oh.
Ah, I see. That's actually kind of cool. And you know, Turok 2 always held up for me because just how the enemies moved and reacted, you know, to getting hit and everything like that.
They put a lot of work into studying animation there and applying it and make sure the characters didn't slide around all over the screen and all that.
Pretty much.
Yay, we got the blue key card. Who's gonna try and kill you now?
Oh, yay, secret. Nice that a secret just kind of opened for me.
Yeah, that's usually not that easy.
Yeah. Can't see how we'd get over there.
Maybe there's a back way in.
Possibly.
Now that you've got the blue key card, a lot of things are probably now open to you.
Yep. Ah, here.
There we go.
That was behind me, right?
Not this time, anyway. I'm amused by the amount of chain link between our enemies.
Yep. Ooh. Haha.